guys, so I'm here to do a library haul. I am clearly in a new location. I'm just doing this really quickly on my computer in my kitchen / dining room. But yes, so I know things have changed. I have purple and very short hair now, so just don't mention anything. Thought I would do a really quick library haul. I've been getting a lot of books from the library, trying to read as much as I can, especially since I work I wouldn't even say full-time 40 hours a week. I work full-time 100 hours a week. So I've been trying to read as much as I can at the moment, which is the first book I'm going to show you. I am reading, it's called The Cresswell Plot by Eliza Wass. This is actually, I believe, Disney produced. Hyperion, yeah, it's Disney Hyperion, which I was really excited to look at. And when people were getting the arcs of these, they were coming in little boxes in dirt, so I thought that it would be really cool to read. I'm almost halfway, and it's not the best book I've read. So far, it's interesting, and it's kind of building something up, but not really. I'm going to give it a little bit more of a chance. Right now I'm only on page 78, so we'll see what happens. But yes, so I'm reading that one right now. The next book I actually just got recently. It is one thick book. This is actually Sarah's favorite book of all time. And I was supposed to surprise her and read it all and then tell her, hey, I just read this book. And we were going to be like, oh, how cute, you read it. But it didn't happen like that. But I got it because I wanted to read it because she said it is one of her favorite books of all time. And I really want to know that other side of her. Does that make sense? A lot of your favorites are something that really sticks to you, or something that you have experienced, or something that you wish you could, or something that has to do with something in you. And so I needed to read this just to see why she thought this was her favorite book and what she got out of it. Maybe I can get the same thing, even though it is true that one book can be read differently with so many people. But it is called The Poisonwood Bible by Barbara Kingsolver, or Kingsolver, I don't know. It is a huge book, and she said it's very slow moving, so I'm probably going to have a tough time getting through it, just because I normally read books that are very thrilling and enthralling, and you can't put it down. But I'm really going to try my hardest to read this book because I do want to see that other side. So we'll see what happens. The next book I got is called The Leaving by Tara Altbrando. I think that's how you say her name. This is about, it says it right on the front, 6 kids were taken and only 5 come back. So I'm really excited to kind of see what this is all about. I've heard that it's really good, that it's one of those kind of page-turner books. So I am kind of really excited for it. Oh, it seems like I started and got to page 6 and stopped reading. I guess I'm going to have to start that over. But it is written a little bit weird. It has some bold print to it. It has different days and different whatever kid or adult or whomever it has, and it has little stuff in it. So it seems pretty cool and written in a really cool way, so I think I'm going to really enjoy it. The next book I got is actually a kid's book. I was watching my cousin's BookTube channel a little bit the other day, just because I was just reminiscing of old times, and I seen that she had gotten this book, and I'd always wanted to read it, so I decided to get it from the library. And it is The Ghost of Crutchfield Hall by Mary Downing Hahn. That cover, though, it looks so good. It's a very, very small book. The writing is very big, so I'm sure I will get through this very quickly. I might even start reading it soonish, just kind of with the Cresswell Plot, to kind of get some books in while I'm reading that, because it is going so slow. And I am 41, 42 books behind on my Goodreads challenge, which is not very good, so I gotta start catching up. The next one I got is If You Find Me by Emily Murdoch. This one, I just seen the spine when I was in the library, and it just caught my eye, so I had to grab it. I read a little bit of the front cover, and I believe it is about a woman, or a girl, it was in the YA section, a girl that I don't know if she runs away, or she is somewhere, and someone kidnaps her. But it sounds very, very good. This cover is creepy, so I'll be excited. This one's not that big either. Other than the other two books that I've gotten, it seems like books are getting smaller these days. The next book I got is yet again another book that I have already read, and it is The Merciless by Daniel Vega. I read this book, God, maybe a year ago, and I loved it. This was, when I read it, it was literally my favorite book at the moment. What I love about this book is how good that she did it. She did it in kind of like a Bible. Well, it's smooth because they put those like hard things on here. But it looks like it's like a Bible print, and it says The Merciless with the thing. In her name, she has an upside down cross, and then on the backside, all it says is, "Forgive us, Father, for we have sinned." I love this book, and I cannot wait to read it again because the second one just came out, and I definitely need to read that book. So, I'm excited to read this. Anything to do with exorcisms are right up my alley. So if you know of any other exorcism books, not including the actual exorcism, let me know. So the next book I got is called Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. This is the actual movie book. So like it's the actual book, whereas the book before they had the movie cover had a whole bunch of illustrations in it. But I thought that this would be a little bit easier just to kind of read the actual book. But I'm excited to read it. I started reading it a while ago, and I didn't really get into it, I think just because of life. But it's clearly becoming a movie, and it sounds really good. And so I'm going to try to be that good reader and read before the movie. We'll see if that actually happens. The next book I got is Until It Hurts to Stop by Jennifer R. Hubbard. Yet again, I had never heard of this book, but it was on kind of display in my library, and it looked really good. It talks about being like an outcast and things like that, and like who can you trust when you can't trust anyone. So it sounds really good. It sounds like something I could probably relate to. So I picked that one up. The next two are a series, and they are Flunked and Charmed by Jen Kalanita. I think that's how you say it, and it is a fairy tale reform school series. I believe there's one more after Charmed, but I just thought these looked really cute. I believe I got this one on NetGalley, and so when I saw it, I just had to pick it up. It just looks really cute, and I love anything to do with fairy tales. So here's two more kids' books that I can try to catch up on my Goodreads challenge with. And then I got these 5 books. It is a series. I don't have all of them. Right now I have number 1, 4, 5, 7, and 8, just because my library doesn't have all of them, and I don't know if I can get all of them. So I'm going to either read the first one, then go to the library and ask them if I can get the second one somehow, or if they can get the second one, or whatever. But if not, at least I have the first one so I can get the story and the concept, and then just read the rest of them. But they are the Haunted Library series. So this is by Dory Hilstead Butler, I believe. So this is the first one, called The Haunted Library. This fourth one is The 5 O'Clock Ghost. Then this one is the 5th one, and it's called The Secret Room. Then the 7th, which is called The Ghost in the Tree House. And the 8th one is The Hide and Seek Ghost. So I thought those were just really cute. I love anything to do with hauntings and libraries, and they put them both together, so we'll see what happens. They are very, very, very short and extremely large writing, so I will probably be able to get all, 5 of these done in one day. But that is everything that I got from the library. As I'm filming, Sarah wanted to add in a book. This is the book that she most recently got, and she is actually almost halfway done. Right at the moment, Sarah is reading A Torch Against the Night by Sabah Tahir. I'm not one for this series, but she absolutely loved, what was it called? An Ember in the Ashes. And so she was really excited to get this. She is about halfway done. I will most likely have her write everything down so I can do a blog post. So if you want to hear what she has to say, I'll leave my blog down below and you can check it and follow it so you can see what she has to say about this book. But yeah, so she most recently got this and she's really excited to actually finish it and see what happens. So that is everything from the library today. If you have any questions, comments, or anything, or you want to know a little bit more about these books or anything at all, just leave it down in the comments and I will definitely get back to you when I can. And I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.